I'll tell you a story about John Smith and his company, or to be more precise, how we are discovering the incredible world of content marketing. Everyone working there are over their 50s, and even not being techno-focused, they still would rather make phone calls than write emails. Because John has been in business for a while, he has seen or even missed some good opportunities and changes in his industry, and does not want to miss on online marketing this time. Oh no. He knows all about AdWords, or at least how much bloody thing costs each month, and he can distinguish between good or bad website for his category, and even he waited a long time. He decided to invest and to bring someone full-time to work in the company to do social media and blogging. Being that guy who has to do the content in John's company stuff, no one to ask questions, and very little experience before his job, and so many things to do. But you know what? There is a way to make your life easier, and I will share with you today how can you start making twice as much work in twice as little time, but only if you commit to do a better research and deliver better content in the end. If your company would contact agency for ad hoc services, we would get a nasty bill and pay the front. Why? Because agency would have to calculate man hours and figure out how to deliver service within a deadline and budget. If you work for a company like John's and get new ideas from manager every day, you just cannot deliver content on time. First, you have to figure out how many pieces you're going to commit. For example, one article every 2 weeks, one social media post a day, 2 reposted articles a day, multiply by days to fit a month, and create a publishing calendar. Just imagine how complicated your laptop is. Would you be able to build one? How long would it take? Would you get faster if you do it for a week or a month? Your content can become the same. Make it first, simple, then repeat, add features with each cycle. It is great to try new things, but it is hard to improve if no two pieces are alike. By having set types of content products, you will be able to come up with plans how to make it faster. Small changes in delivery or style will become trends, and iteration would lead to bigger impact. If you work for John, I bet you have to do a lot, and it takes ages to go back from one, let's say, numerical task to creative task. Reason is that parts of the brain required are not really in good relationship with each other, and they're kept separate. Tell me, how many creative accountants do you know? If you're coming up with the topic for blogs, only do that. If you're researching, only do that. Think of yourself as a content production factory. Just instead of having many employees, you have to become one for each stage and work your production line from the parts department, the research, to a shipment of the final product, distribution. I am guilty of trying to make things perfect from the beginning, and each time something did not work, I was blaming my gear, on my PC or software I used. Problem was that tools were too advanced for what I needed. I learned graphic design on Photoshop actually, and in the end I got saved by Canva. Graduate in complexity of your methods gradually. Jump few steps if you have to, but always look for how to make your life easier. Technology is changing too fast to get stuck learning one professional tool. Only use what is needed at that time. For example, I remember using social media publishing tools and entering links manually. After some time I got bored and found that you can actually create a spreadsheet, export it to CSV, separated value file, and then import it directly to Hootsuite. Does seem like a lot and maybe unnecessary, but when you compare it to 300 manual entries, it actually comes up the entire day. And spreadsheets also offer clear representation of my social media activities for future reference. It is easy to manipulate and search. This is just one example. Look for your own ways to improve your life. Even Bill Gates once said, I choose lazy person to do hard job, because lazy person will find an easy way to do it. And I think he's not a bad person to take advice from. Content production for social media or website is not an easy task. Producing good content is even harder. What makes it easier is creating small but incremental improvements in process, something like Toyota's model of continuous improvement, but applied for a likely area of content production. Don't make grandiose plans, do it slowly, create front-end products, and make changes only as need occurs or results are not present. Doing work in batches due to the monotony of it will generate patterns, leading to a hack of improvement. Don't get bogged down by professional tools. There is an easier way. And think lazy. Do more by doing less. Now, business training videos can be really boring, and I'm trying something new again. I'm gonna eat quarter of his lime, and you can just enjoy my facial expressions. It's actually not that bad.